Good morning, everyone. I'm Courtney with Goats with Horns Animal Sanctuary Real Time Rescue. I figured I would jump on first thing this morning because we've got some extra help, and as you can see, it is still dark outside, so we're not quite able to get started on the cleaning up of poo and things like that. So figured I'd say hello to everybody, can check in with everyone during breakfast. We've got Gibby here, the OG, acting as the greeter. This morning was a little wild. Nala, the cow, was running around doing have the zoomies like crazy, doing tons and tons of sprints. It was almost like I've never even seen her do that before, not to that extent. She does get the zoomies sometimes and runs around, but she was going so hard that she was even breathing hard out of her nose, kind of almost doing that snort, like the stereotypical, the bull snorts, and then, steam comes out of her nostrils. That's really what happened this morning. Since it is slightly chilly, you could really see her breath coming out. But in here we've got the littles in their pen, except for it looks like Chicolette. Is Chicolette in here? It looks like Miss Chicolette thinks that she's a big girl and wanted to eat with the big animals this morning. We have Miss Rapunzel eating in her stall. Rapunzel and Norma Jean, the other cow, they are both like, oh my goodness, get me away from Nala, and kind of ran into their stalls this morning. So that was helpful for us that they went right in, but it was kind of a little wild moment there. Got Thomas and Albert, the sheep, eating at this trough. Oh, Princess Buttercup, she might be ready to come out now. She had a little produce. Looks like she threw some of those carrots on the ground. But oh, actually, let me grab her a little hay. Maybe she wants a little hay in there. Usually we let Princess Buttercup eat separately because she's a little old lady and she eats slowly. And she, even when she goes in with the other littles, the other pygmy and dwarf goats, they still sometimes, kind of bully or push her around. And she's an old lady and doesn't want to be bothered with that. So we let her eat over here with Bruno Mars and Clyde. Oh, yep. See, like I said, there's little Chicolette, the youngest animal here, thinking she's a big girl. Let's check the sun. Oh, we can see there's a little bit of light coming out. We'll soon get the chance to go out in the field and work on some of the other chores we can't quite do while it's this dark out. Like I said, we do have extra people. It's normally just myself and Elliot, or sometimes his wife Courtney joins us on Sunday mornings. But this morning we have extra people. So it's a little party. We're all getting together, doing some chores. And the nice thing about that is when we have extra help, we get to spend more time with the animals because there are more people to divide up the chores. And on Sundays, there aren't even a ton of chores really to do. So we have Esperanza here eating her hay. Looks like she already had her produce, her special food over there. She eats over here with Elvis. Like I said, same kind of thing. She's just a little too shy to want to deal with everybody else at these troughs that are usually busy. Of course, that one's not busy right now because Gibby's getting attention, and then all the boys are at this one. Here's the wild and crazy Nala this morning. She must have worked up her appetite. She's tearing through that hay pretty quickly. If you guys tuned in last week, you saw Norma Jean was not feeling well. Nala didn't even really eat all of her hay last week either. It was because it was the bingo aftermath. It was the morning after our big bingo fundraiser, and we had a pumpkin smash event. We even had a contest to see, everybody brought their pumpkins after Halloween, and we tried to see who could throw theirs the farthest, and whoever did got a prize. But there were, 30 or more pumpkins tossed into the fields for this pumpkin smash, and animals, they ate to their heart's content, but it just was just a little too much. Norma Jean, probably because she can eat like a vacuum cleaner, she sucks up so much food so quickly that she ate herself sick basically. So last Sunday morning, she was doing like a cry, like a low moo, and she was even laying down in her stall crying. And you saw I tried to make her a mixture of electrolytes with some probiotic, like a drink, but she wanted nothing to do with it. She did start feeling better later in the day. Even that morning, she, went to the bathroom and, was able to kind of get her tummy working well. And she did obviously make a full recovery. She had just, overdone it the night before, but now you can see she's going at her hay. She already had her little bowl of treats right down there. So In the cows' treats, what they get in their special food, as we say, a few of our animals, as you just saw, get special food. So in addition to their hay, they get a little something extra. Like Princess Buttercup just got some extra some produce. Esperanza gets a little bit of produce and a little bit of hay pellets. And then Miss Nala and Norma Jean, they get some calming pellets. So they're not like sedatives or, pharmaceutical. It's these little pellets that are made with basically like herbs from sleepy time tea, like some valerian root. And it just kind of calms them down just because they do tend to get very hyper and excited. And we want to make sure that we're all safe when we're out here. And like I said, it's not like we're drugging them or trying to, knock them out. It's just a tiny bit calming for them, and as well as it's mixed with molasses, so it's good for their horns and hooves, and they enjoy the taste. And then I usually put a little bit of produce in there too, just to help give them a little something. So they got carrots this morning, an orange, and their pellets. So yeah, see that now we got Mr. Suerte and Chicolette. Like I said, thinking she's a big girl. She's the youngest one, usually eaten in the little's pen, but today she did not go in. She wanted to be a big girl. She's like, oh, I'll just climb up on top of the trough. Getting slightly more light. As you saw when I first started just about 6 minutes ago, it was even much darker. You couldn't really see blue. It was kind of black, but we see some of the stars coming through. Let's walk over on the bird side really quickly. So, yes, I know he's the biggest little, but he is a little. Yeah, got the piggies there, food. So let's go over. Like I said, let's say hi to the birds. We can see we have a heat lamp on our special needs coop over here. Thelma and Pepper, also known as Thepper. That was their name meld after they got married earlier in the year. Hello, Miss Thelma May. And here's Pepper. Oh, as you can see, they just don't get around quite as well as some of the other chickens. So that's why they don't hang out with everybody else. And at night, they're the only ones that need a heat lamp. We are in the Sonoran Desert in Arizona. It's about 57, or it's in the 50 degrees Fahrenheit right now. It's not even super cold, but here in Arizona we are acclimated. So to us, you probably saw the other volunteers, we're all wearing hoodies. I've got, multiple layers. Or maybe kind of hard to see, but I even have some little faux fur boots on because we get cold here when we're used to 100 plus degrees all the time. And these two don't do the best regulating their body temperature. In years past, I've come out in the morning and found Thelma and Pepper just lying down in the like cold, like their bodies almost stiff because they just weren't able to warm themselves. Probably because they just do have a little bit of special needs. Their bodies aren't at 100%, so they do get that little extra heat from the heat lamp. And they also snuggle all night. It's super adorable. Oh, careful, girly. So yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to really see the other birds. It's a little dark. They are still in their coops. They're probably getting ready to be let out soon. Oh, actually, no, it looks like Elliot did already open the coops and let them out. They're like, oh, it's early. We're staying in here. Got a girly up here. As you can see, they're still, it is hard to see them, but most of them are in here. We've got one girl right here. Let's see if oh, Plum. That's Plum. I can barely tell her feathers. Hello, girly. Yeah, everybody else, they're like, oh, we're still snoozing. Let's look up here. We can see one of the turkeys up in the tree, as well as our wild chicken, as we say. That's Pretzel. So every night when it's time to lock up the chickens, Pretzel goes MIA. She is not wanting to get locked up in a coop. And, we've taken a lot of time trying, last year when we started locking them up. We only started locking them up within the last year because some owls moved into the area and it was no longer safe for the chickens to be out at night. But she finds, her little spot way up high in the pine tree, or with surrounded by the turkeys, or hidden very well. You can see one of the turkeys up there. But yeah, so she's been safe all this time. It makes us nervous that she stays out, but she will not go in a coop, and she is a little bit more wild than some of the other chickens. So it's very, very hard to catch her. So we do have our owl deterrents that you can hear going off right now, kind of annoying. You can see it's the other turkeys are on the fence up here, still roosting. Like I said, I guess it is getting a little light out enough that we can see to do some raking. Good morning, Giuseppe. To do some raking and some poo cleaning. So I guess I will jump off here and help everybody out. But thanks so much for checking in and seeing our little sunrise chore party. As you can see, I'll say one more thing. Sometimes we joke that when the more people we have, the longer that it actually takes us to do chores because we're all just standing around, socializing, petting the animals, hanging out with everybody, because we don't have that sense of urgency. Like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do. So little time, and I don't have a lot of help. I got to hurry and go fast. But then when we actually do have enough help, we're kind of just like, oh, hey guys. Oh, yeah, let's take some cute pictures of the animals. Let's pet them. And all that is good, though. I'm not complaining or saying that's a bad thing at all. It's a good thing. The more people we have, the more love and attention these animals get. And at the end of the day, that is why we're all here. So, like I said, thanks again, guys. I hope you all have a great day. Bye bye.